It was back in November 2021 that Nintendo first confirmed that updates would be ending for Animal Crossing New Horizons. And although that felt like the end of an era for us Animal Crossing players, it kind of wasn't for New Horizons, at least from Nintendo's point of view. After all, Animal Crossing is considered an evergreen title, which means people can keep on playing it for years and years to come, even if Nintendo isn't actively updating it. Leave a like though if you wish they had kept the updates going a bit longer. However, we are now in the year 2025, and it really does feel like Nintendo is moving on, or pretty much has already moved on, from the era of Animal Crossing New Horizons. And this has been done in multiple, very subtle but interesting ways. Now, in my opinion, this is definitely a good thing. Whilst we can still play and enjoy Animal Crossing New Horizons, it does mean that hopefully we are closer than ever to a new Animal Crossing game. And with New Horizons turning 6 next year and the Switch 2 being out, I'm more hopeful that we will start to see some Animal Crossing news in the future. But a lot of these signs are definitely very reassuring that Nintendo has completely moved on from this particular era of Animal Crossing. Now, of course, the main game of the New Horizons era is New Horizons, but there is another game that actually released slightly before New Horizons did that is still included, and this is of course Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete. Now, in case you didn't know, Pocket Camp Complete is getting its very final update ever in September. There will be no more new content for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete from that point onwards, which really does feel like the end of an era given the original Pocket Camp game came out way back in October of 2017. Now, whilst Pocket Camp is its own game separate from New Horizons, the games are also fundamentally linked as well. For example, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp items came to New Horizons as their first major collaboration in that game, and also loads of New Horizons items came to Pocket Camp, so it very much feels like the games have leaned on each other in many ways. Probably the biggest instance of this that I can remember is the fact that the new 2.0 update villagers actually appeared in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp before they did in New Horizons. Now, this was again a tie-in collaboration, but it was the first time we got to learn their new personalities and such. So the fact that this game is now ending with its content, it'll no longer be getting any more content, means there's no concurrent Animal Crossing game still getting new stuff in the New Horizons era. There is currently nothing going on brand new in terms of Animal Crossing game content. I know that for a lot of you, you didn't really care about Animal Crossing Pocket Camp because it wasn't New Horizons, and I do understand that, but it was still new Animal Crossing game content, and now that will no longer be a thing. So if that isn't a huge sign that Nintendo has moved on from this particular era of Animal Crossing, then honestly, I don't know what is. It really shows to me the fact that just nothing Animal Crossing related is going on in the game sort of side of things, that they will have to release something new sooner rather than later. Now, of course, this is Nintendo we're talking about, so they like to do the unexpected, but generally they have given us Animal Crossing content to play during periods where nothing has been going on. For example, whilst we were waiting for Animal Crossing New Horizons, they gave us the massive New Leaf Welcome Amiibo update to sort of tide us over. Between this gap, they had also released Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Amiibo Festival, and of course Pocket Camp as well. So they really didn't like to have too many periods where nothing Animal Crossing was going on. Given the fact that New Horizons isn't going to be getting any more updates, and neither is Pocket Camp now, that really does show to me that Nintendo is going to want to fill that gap somehow. That doesn't guarantee that we will see a totally brand new game. There is also the possibility, in my opinion, that they could port over some of the old Animal Crossing games, which I think would be really cool and would give us a lot to do whilst we wait for the brand new one. But either way, I think they'll definitely have to fill the gap somehow. Now, I did say there were multiple subtle signs that Nintendo has been moving on from the Animal Crossing New Horizons era, and those have been happening up until very recently. One that I find to be very noticeable is things like the Animal Crossing merch that has been going on. For example, the new Animal Crossing Crocs, which have literally just released, they don't have any Animal Crossing New Horizons branding at all. Look at the Animal Crossing logo, it is just plainly Animal Crossing. And I think that's because, let's say a new Animal Crossing game did come out, say, I don't know, next year, this Animal Crossing merch would be promoting a different game, so I think they want to keep it as clean as possible. The actual merch itself is pretty New Horizons themed as well, so it's a very conscious choice on their part not to include the New Horizons part of the Animal Crossing logo. This isn't the only instance where they've done this. The Animal Crossing LEGO collaboration as well. Despite a lot of the themes being based on New Horizons, they have kept it very plainly Animal Crossing, so that I imagine when we get the next Animal Crossing game, you could still pick up a lot of these sets and not be too confused, or feel like they're for a game that you don't own. After all, I'm sure a lot of people will start off with the next Animal Crossing game as their first. We also have to look at details here, like the fact that Isabelle is wearing her Animal Crossing New Leaf outfit, so there are many different very subtle ways that they are trying to kind of distance it from Animal Crossing New Horizons, despite using some of the ideas from there. I can even think of recent Japanese merch that is still due to release later on in the year, like this Animal Crossing and Remake collaboration that's due to release, I believe, in November. Again, even the Japanese logo doesn't include Animal Crossing New Horizons, despite the fact that a lot of these rooms are based on that specific game. So it seems like they're keeping things very open-ended for when they do release the next Animal Crossing. When I brought this up in the past, I know a lot of people have been very skeptical and said that a lot of merch just uses the general logo, which is true. I do think that is the case for the merch, but it is worth noting that Nintendo hasn't been put off by using the New Horizons logo if they want to, with something, say, a bit more limited time. For example, the Animal Crossing Aquarium Tour includes the New Horizons logo, so I believe if they want to, they can. And I have seen other Animal Crossing merch with the New Horizons bit on the logo, so it does seem like a conscious effort, to me at least, for them to disinclude it from all of this stuff that has been coming out recently. Now, of course, Nintendo moving on from this era of Animal Crossing doesn't guarantee that we will see a new Animal Crossing game soon. I'm sure Nintendo is happy to leave us playing New Horizons still for years to come, but I do also think it could be a very good sign that they are gearing up for something new. And I think given the huge success of New Horizons, and the fact the Switch 2 is actually out now, it's kind of a given anyways. They're definitely not going to miss out on such a profitable new game, and doing all of this just makes it easier for them to move on to the future, which I think is very good. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you made it to the end, be sure to comment Bob's Gang so I know you did. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications for more.